Hi everyone, I'm Scott from Sharky's Floral and Greenhouses, and today we're talking about size matters. And I hope that you know that we're talking about hanging basket sizes. All right, so don't let your mind go there. We're talking about hanging basket sizes. And why does it matter? Well, because it matters for your lifestyle. So we're going to be talking about all things hanging baskets as far as the containers and the sizes, and we will also address these cocoa liners. So we're going to catch that at the end, so be sure to watch all the way to the end. So why do hanging basket sizes matter? They matter for your lifestyle. So I know a lot of you are watching from all over the country, and you might not ever even walk into our greenhouses, and that's okay. We still want you to be happy with what you're growing and your purchases at your local garden center. We want you to have a great season and not have terrible flowers. Sometimes it's not just that you have a black thumb, you just didn't get the right thing for you. All right, so we want to educate you. We want to tell you what you really need, and that's our job as greenhouse growers. Okay, so as greenhouse growers, I want you to be happy. We want you to have a great experience. So you really have to dig down and see what you need for your lifestyle. So we're going to go through the different sizes of hanging baskets. And we're going to start from the smallest and go up to the biggest. So we're going to start with the 8-inch hanging basket. So this is a very common size hanging basket for us. We sell a lot of them. But I always like to tell our customers that are buying 8-inch baskets, you need to make sure that this works for you. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you are a working class person and you're buying a couple of these 8-inch hanging baskets and you're going to be gone all day long, that's not going to work, folks. Okay, 8-inch baskets will go through that moisture, on a hot day or a windy day or a day where there's really low humidity. Boom, it'll go through that moisture. Say you water in the morning, and by noon, as these hanging baskets grow and they get bigger and bigger, and that plant is demanding more of that moisture, it might need care. It might need water by noon, and you're half an hour away at work. Don't get the 8-inch hanging basket because it doesn't work for you. So, who does this work for? If you're retired and your whole day is consisting of, I'm going to feed the birds, I'm going to watch Jeopardy, and I'm going to go water my hanging basket. Great. Go ahead and get those. But a lot of people that are in that working class, they're like, this is the cheapest hanging basket. That must be for me. It's not for you. If you're gonna be gone all day long, okay? So you really need to think about that, as this hanging basket, just because it's small and it's cheaper, it's not cheaper in the long run, because this hanging basket will be dead in 48 hours. So then you have to go buy another one. And then that hanging basket will be dead in 48 hours because you're not caring for it properly, because it doesn't work for you. All right, so it costs you more in the end, the long game. It costs you more, and you're frustrated with yourself, and you're like, I just can't get this. You're buying the wrong things. So an 8-inch basket probably is not for you. Okay, now if you're at home, it might be perfect for you. Buy 5 of them, buy 10 of them, and you might have great luck with them. But again, if you're working or you're going to be gone all day long, probably not for you. So we're going to jump. I really want to show the size differences, and so with the common hanging baskets that we have. So this is the 8-inch. This is a 10-inch hanging basket. The difference between an 8-inch and a 10-inch hanging basket is roughly double the soil volume. Okay, so going from the 8-inch to the 10-inch, there's almost double the soil volume. Even though it doesn't sound like much going from 8-inch to 10-inch, that extra inch around there is a lot of volume. So I can put that 8-inch right in a 10-inch hanging basket, and there's almost twice the size. 10-inch hanging baskets are kind of that starting point where they might start working for you. Again, on a hot day, a windy day, it might need care by mid-afternoon or so. It depends in your area. So a 10-inch hanging basket is the smallest hanging basket that I will put a super petunia in, and I'll only put one super petunia. And I'm kind of talking about like the proven winners. I struggle. I'm kind of on that line of like, it's too small for my taste, but a lot of our customers have good luck because they take care of it. So I will put one super petunia into a 10-inch hanging basket, and it they get big. If you know those super petunias from Proven Winners, they get massive. But really, it's out of that fine line of it's really too much hanging basket, too much plant, and not enough soil. So you do have to care for it, and you have to watch that if you're doing that. So going from a 10-inch to a 12-inch hanging basket, and we sell mostly 12-inch hanging baskets in our greenhouses because that's what works for most people. People know that the 12-inch hanging basket is really that size that they can go to work, and it's probably going to have that moisture content in the soil. You're probably good for the day. See, the 10-inch fits right into the 12-inch, and roughly the 10-inch, going from the 10-inch to the 12-inch is, again, it's almost twice the soil volume. Okay, so that's really at that point of where you can kind of breathe easy. You're at work all day long, and you know that it's probably going to be okay for the day. Okay, going up to that next size, then we have on our building, and a lot of people have driven past our building and they see these great big hanging baskets. They're 5-6 feet in diameter. Those are in 14-inch hanging baskets. And that's really that, you know what, if it's a hot day, this has, I think it's almost 5 gallons of soil. There's a lot of soil in this, and therefore, you know that it has that soil volume and that moisture, and you really don't have to worry about it for the day. Even with as big as these plants get, every day of the week, I'll go with a 14-inch hanging basket because it just buys me time. And the irony is, the bigger the container is actually the less care and maintenance when it comes to watering, because I can get a lot of water into this hanging basket and make sure that it's going to last me for the day. And you know, if you don't know how to water, be sure to go back and watch our videos on watering, because that is absolutely a key factor of, you know, do not water this hanging basket until the water is dripping out. If somebody's telling you that as professional advice, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. We never, ever, ever want to just water until it's dripping through. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go through and watch our videos on watering, because that is something that you want to get correct. So 14-inch hanging baskets are great. I love them. I know that they give me that peace of mind of that's the size that really will produce, you know, those super petunias get massive in there, and they can handle that. They can handle the wind. A storm comes along, they've got some heft to them, and they stay put. This also is a 14-inch hanging basket. It is a fiber pot. They last a long time, even though they're like a compressed, almost like a waxy cardboard, but they do last for a long, long time. I've had fiber pots for years and years and years, maybe 5 plus years. It takes a long time for them to break down. They handle everything that's thrown at them pretty well. I would say just as good as a plastic container. So that's the different sizes, and I hope you understand what I'm talking about when we're going through and looking at the different size containers. Really think about what is your lifestyle, because it's going to be so important as to what size hanging basket you get for your place. Don't just go with the cheap small hanging baskets, because they will cost you more in the long run. We want you to be happy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about coco liners. Okay, they're coco liners. I don't have anything against them. They work well, but there's some things that you should know. This coco liner is porous, so when it comes to watering, you do have to watch your watering because that water can kind of pour right out. Where with a fiber pot or a plastic hanging basket, that water retention is going to be kind of encapsulated inside. So you do have to watch with the coco liners, because it can get through there. The other thing to think about is wind. If you have a high wind or hot, dry air, that can kind of penetrate through that coco liner, and it can strip the moisture away. But coco liners do work well. A lot of people like this decorative look, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to think about your more upright plants, because You know, with our hanging baskets, you know, to me the point is I want a hanging basket that is huge, and most of the time you're not even going to see the hanging basket anyway. It should be covered by flowers, right? I really don't want to see the hanging basket, but for something decorative like this, if you have more upright, like geraniums, you know, that type of stuff, that's fine. A decorative metal hanging basket with the coca liner is great. You just have to think about, you know, you do have to watch your watering. It might take a little bit more watering, everything well saturated, because this can seep out and the water can weep out. And you might have to replace the coca liners. And we do have the coca liners available on our beatyourneighbor.com website. If you go there and you go into the shop area, we do have those coca liners in several different sizes. So I hope that kind of clears up some things with hanging baskets. We're going to do another video and really drill down to, a lot of you ask, you know, like, how many plants do I put in a 8-inch hanging basket, a 10-inch hanging basket, or a 12-inch hanging basket? And those answers vary. So we're going to do a whole different video, so please be sure to watch one of our future videos. We're going to address that and address the different types of plant material that you can put in them, because it's going to be different if you put a geranium in versus a super petunia. There's going to be a different answer as far as how many geraniums do I put in, how many super petunias do I put in. So we're going to do a future video on that. Be sure to watch that. Please like our videos and subscribe to our channel. That helps us. You know, a lot of people ask us, hey, how can we help you small business owners? That is one of the #1 things that you can do that helps us as small business owners, is giving us a thumbs up and subscribing. And that really lets us know. You can comment too. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you want to see us to do in future videos. And just give a word of encouragement. It goes a long ways for us as small business owners. That's one of the best ways that you can help us out. And if you want to check out our beatyourneighbor.com website, there's a lot of information there. There's the blog articles. We have a lot of blog articles. We have more how-to videos. And of course, we have our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, which we're kind of famous for. So be sure to go and check out our beatyourneighbor.com website. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.